Hi guys, my name is Diego and I am one of the instructors here at the Hey Music Studio. In this video, I would like to help you play the song I Got a Feeling. Let's go to a close-up of the piano so we can get started. I Got a Feeling is somewhat of an older song, but we like it because it allows us to work a little bit on your ability to count and to play something that it's a little bit on the faster side, but at the same time to be able to stay playing it without, I guess, falling apart. So the first thing that I want to show you is the right hand. Your thumb is going to go on G. So we normally have your thumb on C, but for this song we're definitely going to move it down to your thumb on G. And just think of it this way, you're going to be playing, every time that you play, you're going to play a G. So you're going to play a lot of Gs. The note that changes is actually the top note. So every time that you're playing, you're doing two notes at the same time with the right hand. So we're doing this. The first four will be G and D together 4 times. Then immediately followed by 2 G and C's and 2 G and B. So think of 4 of the first one, then 2 and 2. So 4 G and D's, 2, 3, 4, 2 G and C's, 2 G and B's. And then we're gonna have 3 sets of 8. So after I do those first, I guess those first 2 bars in your paper, we're gonna do G and C 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then G and B 8 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And G and C. So on this one, I do think it's important to count. You're counting quarter notes, but I think it's important to go 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, then 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, G and C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is the right hand. A couple things that you should not do with this song. You don't want to play the quarter notes uneven. So definitely don't do, because that's not the way to practice and it's not going to help you. And the second thing is that when we play, and I say this to my students all the time, you don't want to be winging it. So sometimes, and nowadays with YouTube and stuff, you guys can go and listen to the song. But as a musician, it's important to count and to learn how to count. We're talking about counting out loud while you're playing, because as a musician, sometimes counting is the only way to truly keep track of where you are, what are you playing, and if it's coming out correct or not. So let me do this with drums, counting out loud. We're talking about the first 2 lines. So, and remember that my tutorials are designed so you guys can play and then pause and then try to practice something specific, and then maybe play the tutorial, keep playing the tutorial, and then try to do the next section. So next section I will be right hand only, slowly, and it will sound like this. Then 1, 2, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, G and C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, one important thing here to keep in mind is your hand should not move sideways, and try to play relaxed. It's almost, try to think a little bit of like bouncing a basketball. Don't play too much with your arm, it's mostly with your wrist. So like if you move your wrist up and down, you want to play without moving your arm too much, because you can get tired. And we're talking about this song is a lot faster than this. Now let's talk about the left hand, and I think the left hand is where it gets particularly challenging from some of the students. So fairly easy. Let me just show you left. 8 counts for the first note, which is going to be a G. Now you have a tie, so the first note is tied into the second one. That's why it's 8 counts. So it's 2 whole notes that become 1, because we have that line that you can probably see on the paper that connects the 2 of them. So that's 8 counts. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I do believe that on this part it's super important to practice with a drum, and I'll show you in 1 second, and to count out loud, because one of the reasons that we put this song in your book is because we want you to play this note, that D, which technically plays twice on beat technically 7 if you want to count it that way. There's more than one way to count it, but my suggestion would be to count it in a group of 8. When you say 7, you play that one. So let me show you what I mean. You're going to play C on 1, count 8, and when you do that D is going to be on 7. So it sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. So for 2 sections, you count pretty much 6 beats. That's a whole note plus a half note. And then play that D when you say 7. Now let me go ahead and do the left hand, counting and with the beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you count, chances are you're gonna play this D correctly. Sometimes, and I see a lot of people that don't count out loud, and then this note, the D, starts to be played on 1 or on 8 instead of 7. So that's exactly what we're trying to work in this song, because as a musician, and I can tell you I've been in a lot of like rehearsals and situations in which you have an idea how the song goes, but if you don't count, you're not gonna play the part correctly. And sometimes these parts truly interact with another instrument. So if you're playing your part off, sometimes you may even derail other people playing other instruments. Let's go ahead and play it with 2 hands so you guys can see it slowly, and again counting out loud. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Repeats. 1, I won't play it the second time, but it's super important to repeat it. Like we're also looking for endurance when you're doing twice. So my suggestion, do it super slow, counting without drums first when you do it with 2 hands. So 1, 2, 3, and make sure that you're counting out loud. We're not counting in your mind, we're counting out loud, because saying the number is going to help you play it correctly. Once you can do it correctly, try to do it with drums. And definitely try not to practice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, because I definitely would recommend never practice like that, because it's not really going to help you. So that concludes the tutorial. We hope it was easy to follow along. Remember that we do these videos to help you guys to learn music the fastest and the easiest way possible, especially when it comes to your level book. We hope to see you guys soon. Take care.